Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic.
Super duper, gang. Wow. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that was good news.
Hey crew, what's up? Tavern Sports Podcast coming to you. My name's Toby. Welcome for another episode. Today, we got a little bit more jam-packedness. I know, it might not be a word, but just roll with it. I know I do. Okay, so on today's topics, we're going to be talking about hockey, NFL, CEBL, as well as a little bit of wrestling and Major League Baseball. And yeah, I know, there's things on Major League Baseball that I don't know two whiffs about. But, you know, I think I can swing with it and be that baller to give you guys something that's going to be nothing more than a hit. Oh, yeah, I'll stop. All right, first up, the NHL trades have already started yesterday. Within a matter of 15 minutes when I looked, switch gears, there was like two trades with Philadelphia, Carolina, Detroit, and I'm not sure what the other one is. Then later last night, there was one or two more trades. So things are getting a little bit heated up, especially with tonight's NHL draft actually going. Like the actual draft, not the expansion draft that we had on Wednesday. This is the actual draft. And by the reports about it, it still remains the same. That Buffalo is going to be picking that 6'6" defenseman. Next, Chara? Buffalo? Only time will tell. I will report back on Monday with some of the results as well as what my Minnesota Wild is going to be doing. The one thing about that is all the mock drafts that I've seen, it's basically Minnesota picking a goal or a defenseman. We've already lost two with Susie and Suter. So don't, be too shocked if they go and pick up a defenseman. They need it. Lost two within the last couple months. So, okay. Shea Weber from the Montreal Canadiens. People are absolutely pissed with this one, especially the fans of Montreal. But Shea Weber is going to be missing next season due to the amount of injuries he has. Is it me, or are injuries starting to get more and more popular? Not as in high school popular, more of common. Yeah. Are they starting to get more common? And for some odd reason, it kind of looks like it. Like, if you go from the NBA to the CFL to the NHL, 4 guys from the Saskatchewan Roughriders had 4 Achilles. Just absolutely take these guys out. The NBA, some of these superstars, they're going down faster than flies. And you have Carey Price, you have Shea Weber, they're going to be down. The guy from Tampa Bay just released information saying that he needs surgery and he's going to be out for about 4 months for the Seattle Kraken. Injuries are starting to get up there quite well. It's kind of sad. You got to make what you got to make. And if it means this, it means this. Taylor Hall from the Boston Bruins just signed a 4-year, $24 million contract. Just in case you didn't know, Taylor Hall was drafted number 1 by the Edmonton Oilers. And he's been on Edmonton, New Jersey, Buffalo, and now Boston. This is a conspiracy theory that's quite interesting. Every single team that he's been on so far, not the Bruins, but every single team that Taylor Hall has been on has had the number 1 pick. Edmonton, number 1 pick. New Jersey, number 1 pick. Buffalo, number 1 pick. So he's had a strand of number 1 picks. I don't know if it's a coincidence or what. I just kind of find it really, really interesting that every team that he goes to gets the actual pick. I seen a meme going around of the Edmonton Oilers, and it had the Drake meme to it, where he's looking away, putting his hand up to say, trade for Taylor Hall to get the number 1 draft pick. Then underneath it has Drake looking, going, yeah, to the Maroon for having 3 Stanley Cups in a row. It was very, very clever. I do have to say that one. All right, NFL. This is going to be one of the most interesting things. Okay, DeAndre Hopkins is saying he may quit the NFL if he is forced to get a vaccine. The NFL made a rule saying that if your team starts having issues with COVID, there's going to be basically like no rescheduling. Your team is going to forfeit the L, the other team gets the W, and nobody gets paid for on the winning team or the losing team. So if there was 3 guys on Arizona, and Hopkins is one, that has been quarantined because he got COVID-19, he loses out money. So if somebody can get like $1 million for like per game, he doesn't get paid. Nobody gets paid on that game. So Hopkins is actually thinking, is this worth it? I don't want to get the shot. I'm a naysayer. I really can't say that. He just doesn't want to get the shot right now. And there's a lot of people in the NFL that's basically saying, you can't force me to do something that I don't want to do to my body, which I totally understand. That's how it is, and you shouldn't force people to do what they don't want to do. It is what it is. And he might quit the NFL because of this, because he doesn't want to be held responsible if the other team, or he doesn't want to be responsible if he gets COVID-19, which shuts the whole entire game down and makes everybody lose money. That's a true teammate, but at the same time, this is a huge pickle. And I think everybody who has not get vaccinated in the NFL should actually take a look at this. One of the most interesting spots about Hopkins is he was trending on Twitter, not because of this exact thing that's going on, like this little article. It wasn't trending on Twitter for that. It was trending Hopkins in the XFL. That's what was trending. There are people saying that the NFL stars who don't want to get vaccinated are going to go to the XFL because the XFL is not going to force people to get vaccinated if they don't want to. So many people are saying, yes, now there's going to be actual talent in the XFL. There's going to be, what is that word I'm looking for? Competition. It's going to actually be good. And I'm just kind of giggling in the back of my head going, there's no way Hopkins is going to lose his $1 million contract to go to play in the XFL for a 6-figure salary. And when I mean 6-figure, I don't mean like $999,999 and whatever, just shy of $1 million. I mean he could get $250,000 a year, $350 max. That's what I mean. Like, that's almost CFL money. And anybody who knows the CFL, they don't make a lot of money. The top paid, I think, was like $500,000. And that was a couple of years ago. Things could have changed. There's no way he's going to be doing that. All right, so what I'm going to do, guys, I am going to be back. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. Then we're going to finish up with the CEBL, Major League Baseball. A little bit of basketball news as well as wrestling. Right here on Tavern Sports Podcast. And we are back right here on Tavern Sports Podcast. You're stuck with me. My name's Toby. Welcome back. All right, we have just a few more things that we need to clear up by the end of the show, which, you know, it's nothing that bad. First up, last night was a very historic night as the Saskatchewan Rattlers defeated the Guelph Nighthawks in CEBL action with an 86-83 win. And you're thinking to yourself, how is this historic? The reason why I said it's historic is because this right here last night was Saskatchewan's first win of the season. I do believe their record right now is 1-9. That is incredible. There's been some of the games that have been absolute blowouts. Like, what was it? A couple of games ago, they lost almost by like 25 points. So maybe this might kind of turn them around. And apparently, with the way that it goes, Saskatchewan still has a chance to get into the playoffs, even with a 1-9 record. To me, that's shocking. At the same time, it is what it is. If they can get into the playoffs with this horrible start, it just proves anything can happen. All right. Trades got it. Weber got it. Hopkins got it. Rattlers got it. Hall got it. Okay. Tampa Bay Rays acquired Nelson Cruz from the Minnesota Twins for 3 minor league players. I follow Minnesota sports really well, and people were actually thinking that this was going to happen a little bit sooner, but with Minnesota being absolutely out and about, done for the year, they just thought that Minnesota's going to start handing people off. And here's step 1. Nelson Cruz gone. So let's just kind of watch and see what happens in the next couple months. See if anybody else gets, shipped off. Oh. The NBA draft is coming up in a few weeks. And already, the Raptors and Magic have made trade offers to the Cavaliers for number 3. they don't have this thing yet. Well, what am I talking about? Yet? No, damn it. But what was it? The Cavaliers opened up in counter offer, I think, to the Magic for the 5th pick and 8th pick. Don't quote me, but I think that's what I read. You might have to actually go back and check it out, but I think that is correct. The Detroit Tigers right now are the hottest team in Major League Baseball. Since the All-Star break, they have went 7-0. Pretty damn impressive. Too bad my Twins aren't doing better. Oh well. And finally, most people don't care, but there's been a huge rumor flying around for, what was it, like the last year, saying that CM Punk is trying to get back into wrestling, and of course he shuts it down. It is what it is. Today when I woke up, I seen an article, and when I went to try and verify, there wasn't just one article about this. There has been multiple, and when I mean multiple, I mean multiple, saying CM Punk might return to wrestling. Not to the WWE, not to TNA, but AEW. There we go. What does that mean? He just comes back into wrestling, more or less. Then Daniel Bryan, I thought he would stay with WWE a little bit longer. But apparently he's even has rumors going around that he's going to get signed to AEW, All Elite Wrestling. It's interesting, especially when you kind of pay attention to WWE than AEW, what they're doing. And not long ago, AEW actually had better Monday night ratings than WWE. That's kind of weird. Especially when AEW is basically WWE in the 90s. Okay, I think I'm going to be done talking about like abbreviations for organizations. WWE, AEW, 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 WWE, AEW. Yeah. Let's, no more. All right. Well, you guys, thank you for tuning in. That has been the show. I do have to say, being organized does pay off in the long run. Make sure you follow us everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We are on YouTube, so if you're one of those people that likes going on YouTube, why not give us a check out? If you want a nice way of getting connected to all the ways that you can connect to us, bio.link/Tavern Sports. That's bio.link/Tavern Sports. It will take you everywhere that you need to go, where to listen, how to listen. Our website with all of our shows, from the Punisher podcast, Living in the Wild podcast, as well as this one. If you have any questions or comments, you can email us. Wait, that's not what I wanted. Ooh. There we go. If you have any questions, comment, feel free to email us at tavernsportsnetwork.com, or fuck, Tavern Sports Podcast. tavernsportsnetwork@gmail.com for any comments, suggestions, anything like that. There we go. I finally spit it out. Anyway, you guys, thanks for tuning in. And what I'm going to do is I'll catch you next week, and hopefully with some interesting news about the NHL draft, which is happening tonight. So maybe somebody's not going to spoil that one for us. Wink, wink. But until then, my name is Toby Brendel, and I will catch you next time.